So at this time, I'll start to take questions. Let's start with the quiz 1 study guide, please. Say that again, please.
Can you go over number 7, please?
7 and 9, it looks like. So yeah, I'll do 7 first and then 9.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, number 7. You're told that e to f is 2x minus 11. And that f to g is 4x minus 16. And you're also told that e to g, the entire piece, is 21 units long. And you're asked to find x, e to f, and f to g. So if you have 2 segments and you have the total length, well, the sum of the individual segments are going to equal the entire length. So your 2x minus 11 plus your 4x minus 16 is going to equal 21. So if you combine your like terms, you got a 2x and a 4x, which is 6x, a negative 11 and a negative 16, so that's a minus 27, and that's got to equal 21. All right, so this left piece plus the right piece has to equal the entire piece. So if you add 27 to each side, then your 6x equals 48, and you can divide by 6, x equals 8. So there's the first part of your answer, the value of x. And then you're going to substitute to find each segment length. So 2 times 8 is 16, and 16 minus 11 is 5. And 4 times 8 is 32. 32 minus 16 is 16. And your 5 plus your 16 equals your 21. So you're good. And then someone had a question on number 9. Now, just the difference between 7 and 9. On number 9, you're told that z is the midpoint, which means z is in the middle, which means RZ is congruent to ZT, which means that 9x minus 11 equals 160. So if your 9x minus 11 equals 160, you can add 11 to each side. Your 9x would equal 171, and you can divide by 9. So your x would equal 19. So if x is equal to 19, r to z, 9 times 19 minus 11, so 160. And r to t, the entire piece, would be 160 plus 160, which is 320. So there's the 3. Yes.
If we don't really need help going over this study guide, can we go do 3 and 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, so whoever asked, I think Deja, you asked about number 9. You good with number 9? You're probably going to chat me because there's something wrong with your, I don't know if you're having problems with your sound or not. Okay. All right, still taking questions on quiz 1.
Can you go over number 15?
Yeah.
Mr. Holzenbach. This is
Yep.
Savannah. Can
One
I
second,
leave?
one second. Yes, Savannah.
Can I leave?
Yeah, if you don't have any questions, you guys don't have to sit here and watch me answer questions. So, please try not to chat me any questions. It's hard enough monitoring who's here and dealing with this entire Zoom meeting. So if you have a question, please use your microphone. I think you need to push down your space bar and talk. It's more manageable for me.
Bye.
All right, did someone else have a question from this study guide?
Do we have to sign out?
If you don't have any questions from study guide 1 or 2, and you know that your assignment for today is study guide 3 and 4, then you are free to leave the meeting. So back to questions from quiz 1 or 2 study guide. Does anybody have any questions from those quiz study guides?
Can you number 11?
Yes, number 11. All right, number 11 is right here, and we are asked to find the midpoint of PQ. So let's look at these points first. Point Q, it is at 2, -8. And point P is at -6, -2. And the midpoint formula is your x sub 1 plus your x sub 2 divided by 2, and your y sub 1 plus your y sub 2 divided by 2. That gives you the midpoint of 2 points. So your two x values are -6 and 2. So you got a -6 plus a 2 divided by 2. And your y values are -2 and -8. So -2 plus -8 divided by 2. So -6 plus 2 is -4 divided by 2. And this is -10 divided by 2. So your x value at the midpoint is -2. Your y value at the midpoint would be -5. Is that better? Still taking questions from quiz 1 or 2 study guide.
Can you go over number 15, please?
Yes. All right, in problem number 15, you're asked to find the perimeter of this triangle.
Yeah, kind of. Think I'm gonna be able to do it, but I'll try. What do you do?
In order to find, mute your microphones, please, unless you're talking to me.
Oh.
In order to find the perimeter, you need the length of these 3 sides. Mute your microphone, please, unless you're talking to me. So this side AC right here, it goes from -2 up to 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 4. So from -2 to 4 is 6 units. This horizontal leg goes from -1 to 7. So that's 8 units. And since this vertical and horizontal intersect on the coordinate plane, this is a 90-degree angle. So that means we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find this third side, this side right here, this blue side. So if we do 6 squared plus 8 squared, that's going to be equal to BC squared. BC is this blue side right here. So 36 plus 64 equals BC squared. So 100 equals BC squared. And if you find the square root of both of these sides, or if you square root both sides of the equation, then 10 is equal to BC. If 10 is equal to BC, then the perimeter is equal to 6 plus 8 plus 10. So your perimeter is equal to 24.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions? Any more questions from quiz 1 or 2 study guide?
Can you do number 19 on the second guide?
Yes. All right, number 19 says that DFG and JKL are complementary angles. All right, if they're complementary angles, that means they sum 90 degrees. So you've got an x plus 4 plus an x minus 10 that has to equal 90 degrees. Agreed? So if you combine your like terms, you got 2x. And if you combine your constants, you got a 4 and a negative 10. That's a negative 6, and that's got to equal 90. So add 6 to each side. Your 2x equals 96, and you can divide by 2. And your x is equal to 96 divided by 2 is 48. So find the measure of each angle. Well, angle DFG is x plus 4. So angle DFG is equal to 48 plus 4, which is 52. And angle JKL is equal to 48 minus 10, which is 38. Haley, mute your microphone, please. Did that answer your question, whoever asked that?
Yeah.
Okay. Down to 3 left. Any of you 3 have any questions on this study guide? Either study guide.
No.
If you guys don't have any questions from yesterday's assignment, then you are free to leave the meeting and get to work on quiz 3 and 4 study guides, which is today's assignment. Anthony, are you still here? Anthony, are you with us? Okay, since there's no response and there's no questions, I'm going to end this Zoom meeting at this time. I will see you or talk to you again tomorrow.